will speak about Swami Satchidananda, who got very famous because he was opening the Woodstock festival. So the Woodstock festival started with a prayer of Swami Satchidananda. That's how it all began. We'll take a little series and speak about this amazing book, Apostle of Peace, of Swami Satchidananda. Swami Satchidananda was one of the great disciples of Swami Sivananda, and there are some beautiful anecdotes in this book that describe a very sincere and very determined process of spiritual evolution and an ascent of consciousness. So we'll just share some anecdotes. When Satchidananda was young, his name was Ramu, and he studied with a great siddha. The siddha was called Swami Ranga Nath, from the Nath order of Matsyendra Nath and Goraksha Nath. Now, Ranganath could do miracles, a lot, at will. And Ramu was very impressed in the beginning, and in time became a little doubtful. He lived in the ashram and he studied with him. And then at one point, he was sent to buy vegetables. And he took the money bag of the ashram to go and buy vegetables. He realized it's empty. He comes back and he says to Swami Ranganath, my bag is empty. And the Swami, miracle worker, held it in his hands, Swami Ranganath, and after a few moments gave it back and says, open it, and it had 10 rupees. He was expecting Ramu to be impressed, as everybody were impressed in his capacity, because he would just manifest objects, as a few others were doing. Not so many have that capacity, but still, there were a few along the 20th century as well that could do that. But instead of being impressed, Ramu got doubtful. And he said, sir, is this real money or fake money? And the Swami got upset. He says, what, if you ask these questions, better you leave. He says, no, look, if it's real money, it means somebody had it, it dissolved from there, and it appeared here, right? The money has a serial number. And then it's not a miracle, it's stealing with magical powers. And if it did not exist and you manifested it out of nothing, then it's not something that the government has produced, and therefore it's fake money. And the Swami got very angry and he says, if you're having such doubtful thoughts, why don't you leave? And Ramu, the humble disciple, said, yes, I've been thinking about it and now I'm convinced. I want to leave. This is not what I'm searching for. I'm not searching for power. I'm not searching to steal money. I'm not searching to impress people. I'm not searching for followers, not for miracles. I'm searching for the supreme enlightenment. I'm searching for God. And yes, I'm leaving. Now, all of this kind of happened before in history and all sorts of circumstances, but what happened next, I've never heard before in any other context. The disciples calls the guru, and a guru that can make one heck of miracles. What was extraordinary was the reaction of this great miracle worker, maybe not oriented towards the highest, but still the guy could make miracles, and he becomes humble and depressed. And he realizes he's on the wrong path. And he gets very, very sad. And he closes himself up in a room. And, they bring him some food, but he doesn't come out for 2 years. And he says, only if Ramu comes. Yeah? Only if he comes, I come out. And after 2 years, with divine providence, Ramu comes back to the ashram. And this miracle worker, Swami Ranga, he comes out and says, oh, I've been waiting for you for 2 years. Pray for me that I have a better life. And they have a very deep talk. And this great Swami decides to leave the ashram and go and live anonymously with great austerity to repent and change his ways. And he prays to have a better rebirth, to focus on the highest and not to get tempted with all sorts of miraculous powers. The 3rd chapter of Patanjali is filled with all the miracles, and it's filled with warnings. That you get stuck there, you get stuck there. Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. There were similar situations. For example, Aurobindo and the mother. It's described in Aurobindo's excellent biography. For a while, they were in communion with certain gods that gave them tremendous paranormal powers. And then Aurobindo tells the mother, what we are doing now will give us a lot of paranormal powers and make us very famous. But this is not the direction that we are going. And the mother, united with Aurobindo, being his Shakti, she was also an enlightened being, she said, in half an hour, I cut all the connections with this world of gods, and we basically lost all our paranormal powers, because it's not what we are doing. Yeah, it's very, very important. Also in Gurdjieff's point and evolution, he was dying in one of his journey in Kazakhstan, and he took a vow not to use certain paranormal powers, so his path does not get deviated, and he continues to remain with the supreme goal, in his case, in his system, a total self-remembering, a total awakening of consciousness. If you like this video and want to learn more about Tantra, about yoga, about psychology, emotional healing, lives of saints, and the scriptures,
then hit the bell, like, subscribe, and you'll never miss an upload. Thank you so much.